I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. We have so much to talk about today that here's what I would like to do. I would like to get one possibly negative thing out of the way, because literally everything else I think I'm going to talk about on today's podcast is positive. So I would just like to get one thing talked about right here. You see this members total? Because right now we're over 1,100 members on DSP Gaming. Yes, this is the highest we've ever had. Now, for the record, we actually hit 1,170 the other day. We were at 1,170 on Wednesday, okay? And I was like, wow, it's amazing. And people were like, well, did you unlock a new emote slot yet? No. We had to hit 1,200 to unlock the new emote slot, and we didn't get it. We got to 1,170, and then the stream ended. So, like, okay, so that's where we were. Now, that's the highest we've ever had on the channel. Will we ever match 1,170 again? I have absolutely no idea. We lost a ton during my day off. Look at that. We lost like 70 members, okay? That means that a big member bomb from December expired. It's fine. There were a bunch of member bombs in December. They're going to continue to expire over the month. So, if you'd like to support the channel today, a great way to do it might be to become a member or gift some memberships. If we get to 1,200 members at any point, we unlock a new emote slot. And I actually have a few new emotes that we could possibly use. Someone had actually made me a couple of Street Fighter related emotes, me dressed up as Ryu and Ken. Remember how I did that last year? So two heads of mine looking like Ryu or Ken that are kind of silly that we could use. And those could just be placeholders until we figure out a better emote to use. Because remember I said, once you unlock a new emote slot on YouTube, you basically need to have an emote in there so that you have that slot. Anyway, so the good news is, right, highest number of members we've ever had on the channel. Positivity and support are great right now, right? I mean, let's be honest. Things have been going really good on the channel recently. I think you guys are enjoying all of the positive change, all of the new things in 2024 so far. This month so far, we're only 12 days into 2024, and everything's going great, right? But there is a possibility of something negative, and it's really eating away at me. This is what sucks. So here's the thing. I don't actually know how gifted memberships work on YouTube when it comes to, like, revenue recognition. What does that mean? It means, let's say, for example, you were to gift me 10 memberships today. Thank you, right, for that if you did. I don't know when I actually see the benefit from that. If someone were to just buy a membership right now, within a day or two, I should technically see that, like, in my revenue dashboard on my channel, and it should count. And it should say, okay, here's what you made this month and what to expect when you get paid by YouTube next month. Well, as you know, earlier this week, on the 7th, I received 200 gifted memberships from Nikita. Whoever that is, because that's not a regular. That's not someone who talks in the chat. It's just someone who dropped 200 memberships on the community. You guys got them. As you can see, we still have them. They still count, right? You all have them. The next day on the 8th, another 200 gifted memberships dropped. Like, whoa, same thing from this Nikita person. And we're all so grateful and happy. It's such an awesome, positive feeling, right? And then a day passed, and then on the 10th, so this was back on Wednesday, during my daytime stream, another 100 memberships dropped, and this time it was by someone whose account was named Doody. Now, immediately this caused drama. Why? Because one of my detractor slash restreamer slash hate watcher slash internet stalkers, their name is like Doody Streams or something like that, and people were like, oh, was it them? Yes, it was. So thank you so much to Doody Streams for gifting me 100 memberships. No, I don't think it was them. You know, it's a stupid association. But, I mean, you could definitely say, gee, isn't that kind of weird that this particular person is using that name and then gifting 100 memberships to your community? Yeah, it is weird. And, again, we looked at the account. The account has existed for 3 years. It's not like a brand new dummy account made on YouTube. Who knows why an account named Doody, all of a sudden, they've never spoken in the chat, and they're dropping 100 memberships on the channel, right? Now, obviously, I don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm happy for this. And by the way, if you guys haven't noticed, all of you have kept these gifted memberships. You have them all, so it looks like they've stuck, right? Except, I'm checking every day on YouTube. It's now been 5 business days since I received that first batch of gifted memberships. Remember, it was the 7th I said? They still haven't counted them towards my revenue on the channel. It's as if they don't exist. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that YouTube is skeptical about a large amount of gifted memberships? By the way, I just kicked the camera. Sorry about that. Does that mean YouTube's skeptical and doesn't want to count them because they're worried that maybe, it was a fraudulent thing? I don't know. See, here's the thing with me. I don't track this stuff. I just, you just let it ride, and then whatever you get, and whatever you don't, right? And in general, the estimate that YouTube gives you of your revenue for the month is usually correct. And then what ends up happening a lot, is when they do their final, month-end estimates of your income, sometimes your income will actually shoot up because there's things in there that weren't factored in properly over the month. That's happened, where it says, oh, you're going to make this much, okay, and then I actually get paid, and I'm like, oh, it's actually more than what they had said I was going to get, and that's kind of a good thing. It's a little bonus or whatever, right? So, this is the thing, you guys have the memberships, right? Oh, and by the way, I have to move the pop-ups. I'm very glad. Thank you very much to Eva Cowboy Fan 1996 for doing that, because I got to remember, I got to move this back down to the bottom right now after our special stream on Wednesday night. It's a good reminder there. So yeah, you guys kept the memberships. It's not like YouTube said, oh, well, we're skeptical, so we're taking them away or anything. You guys still have them. That's good. And you know what? I'm happy that even if this is some kind of a weird, big fraud campaign against me, at least you guys are keeping the memberships and keeping all the benefits. I'm happy for that. I'd rather have you keep them. You know what I'm saying? But, I have to be skeptical. Guys have to remember something. I've had so many malicious, fraudulent, even criminal things happen to me over the years. Remember years ago, someone was coming in with insane amounts of fake tips that were from actual stolen credit cards they bought off the black market. And so they would come in and do these tip bombs, and the next thing you know, they weren't real. And then I had to basically undo them and uncount them. And, it's a big mess. It's a big thing. There's all kinds of stuff like that over the years that have happened. Chargebacks and stuff. So, yeah, when I get a big thing of positivity like that, like these member bombs, I do have to kind of be skeptical. It's kind of the better thing to do, is to err on the side of caution rather than just say, yeah, I'm just going to get it no matter what. So I'm looking, I'm like, dude, it's been almost a week, 5 business days, and still YouTube's not counting these memberships. What is going on with that? All right. So I don't know. And I actually don't even know if YouTube will even confirm or deny these memberships by the end of the month. I mean, we still have 2-3 weeks left in the month. I don't know how YouTube does it. The only thing I could do is at some point, if it's still, let's say I wait another week and it's still not showing up, maybe I could try to contact YouTube Help. They have a chat for partners and say, can you take a look at this and let me know what's going on? But the last time I tried to contact them for help, they don't help at all. It's just someone sitting there in a call center on a computer going through a checklist of answers, and they don't understand the answers themselves. They have no self-consciousness of what they're talking about. They're just typing answers off of a sheet that they're told to answer from. They don't know anything. Okay, so it might be completely worthless. I don't know. I mean, if anything, if at least I could talk to them and be like, hey, what's the maximum amount of time I need to wait to confirm I'm actually going to get, something positive from a gifted membership, or that you guys might reverse it or whatever. I don't know. It's weird that they're keeping them all in limbo like that. Because think about it. 500 plus gifted memberships in limbo. That's a lot. That's a ton of income. That could help me a lot. Think about that. I mean, that's a ton. That's super helpful if that actually counts towards the channel. That could help so much moving forward next month. So I hope they're real. I hope they count. I'm glad you guys got them and are still reaping the benefits of them. But if I don't get them, yeah, that really stinks. Okay? So that's the only real negative thing that I really have to talk about right now. All right? And I want to get that out of the way because we have so much good positive stuff to focus on today's show. I'd rather get that out of the way. Obviously, I'll let you know what happens if and when I get information. I don't know when I'll get information. I might never get information. I might not know till I get paid by YouTube in a month. All right? That really sucks. So, it is what it is, but let's at least be happy for the fact that the channel is at a record high. I mean, 1170 is the record. Hell, being over 1100 is crazy, right? So let's see what happens. All right, now, let's do this. Let's talk about